ladies, I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the general. This Why do I always do this? This is General Hospital Edition. All right, y'all, let's get right on into this. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Today is Monday, December 12th, 2022. On a scale of 1 to 10, oof, I'm gonna give it. You know what? I know it's gonna be a high number, but I'm gonna explain myself. I'm gonna explain. I'm going to give this episode an 8. Let's jump right into it. First of all, y'all know these two be boring me, but I was here for it today because baby, when Finn, he said I'm knocking everything off the table. Finn so hurt, and I said, now Finn, why don't you think about this and think about what's happening? Like this doesn't even make sense. Now, Finn. And he said, well, I can't think right now. All I can think about is that the woman I love is having another man's child because Elizabeth went ahead and she said, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. She went ahead and told Finn that, yes, I am pregnant and it is Nicholas' baby. He said, why? When did this happen? She said, when I came back from seeing my dad, I was emotional. I needed help. And he said, oh my, and you went to Nicholas? He said, I have supported you through all this. I said, well, Finn, you have supported her in your way. Your way is I have to know everything. And if you didn't have to know everything, y'all would be together right now. But you want to stick your nose into this about because you don't like Nicholas. And I'm going to tell Jordan and get her down the spoon. Well, that's why you ain't got Elizabeth right now. That's why she lying through her teeth about being pregnant by Nicholas because she gonna go down with him with this with Esme. And Nicholas really need to move Esme off this island and put her somewhere more remotely. But we'll get to that later. So, anyways, Finn got so upset he knocked everything off the table because he said, I can't believe this. I've been there for you. I've been trusting you, and you just made me look like a fool. He said the other day when you got that phone call and you said it was Nicholas. She said he needed me. He said, I needed you. Listen, Finn, I'm not laughing at your pain, but this is the most exciting y'all have been in a while. So let me enjoy this. But anyways, he just tells her, I'm still telling Jordan. And she tells him, no, you can't tell Jordan. She said, Esme is not there. I've been on that island. And he hated to hear it. But she said, I've been on that island. She's not out there, Finn. And she said, but can you do me a favor? He said, what favor you want from me? Miss knocked up by another man. And she said, can you please? And then, he also told her, so you want to take it slow with me, but you clearly you're not taking it slow with Nicholas. But anyway, she asked him, "When you not tell my boys?" And he said, "I would never hurt your boys." And he cupped her face and then he left. I said, Elizabeth's highlighter is highlighting, and her hair is doing something different. Because for a minute there, Elizabeth was looking real frail, like it was looking like something was going on with her. But she lately, Elizabeth been giving the glow and everything. I said they're gonna blame that on her being pregnant without being pregnant. Okay, let's move on. I knew this woman was a lie and a mess as soon as she came on and she was talking about, I'm so happy that she don't have to struggle because, when you don't have to struggle, you don't have to do things that. And I said, Carlin got to her. And I knew it. So Drew sits down with Denise and he's asking her about everything. And she like, oh, yes, everything Harmony said was true. Oh, yes, she was almost trustworthy. I said, now, Shrew, I know you lying. I know you're lying because Harmony was not that. Because I've told y'all before, everybody be trying to tote that, oh, if Nina had Willow and if Nina did this, I said Willow wouldn't have, half of the stuff that Willow went through with Harmony, she wouldn't have went through with Nina. So y'all can miss me on that. And this woman singing Harmony's praise. I said, please. Oh, please. Now I know one thing, and that's Harmony was a liar and she was a killer. Harmony was a killer and she was a liar. So I said, Drew, now I know you don't believe this, but I don't know, child. And so then Carly with her nosy self, this is nosy Carly. She trying to figure out what's going on, but Willow called her. And so now Michael done called and he said he out of town on business. I'm not surprised by this. And so she has to sit down and have dinner with Willow. And so they're talking, and you know how Willow be talking in them circles and parables that Carly doesn't understand. So she was telling her like, about she's glad her children will have her. And Carly was like, they'll be there. And then they started bringing up Nina. I said, because she got condos in y'all head too, because y'all bring up Nina just as much as she bring up y'all. And I don't care what anybody says, they do. And so they said, she said that if Nell was there, and she said, Carly was like, Nell, no, Nell was a psychopath. And then she asked Willow, "Are you okay?" And Willow said, "Everything fine." I said, Girl, tell this woman that you are not okay, so the truth can come out, so that you can get help. Because you're not gonna get help if you keep hiding this. Because Carly is not gonna tell. She thinks she's helping you, and she's not. Anyways, Drew is done talking to Denise, so he comes here and he sees them. And this is how you know Carly was up to something. Because Drew said, I have some information for you. And Carly said, "Okay, I'm about to leave and let y'all talk." I said, "The heck?" Y'all know Carly is nosy and will not, and she busts her head into nose into everything. Now, where you going? And Willow told her, sorry, my sinus. Even Willow told her, "Go ahead and stay, please." And she said, "No, no, I'm gonna let y'all two handle this." I said, "Where you going, Carly?" And so, anyways, Drew and Willow talk, and she does tell her, "Listen, it ain't good news what I heard. We pretty much can't find your birth mama because they don't know she died of an overdose." That's what they told him about Joan, who was Willow's supposedly birth mom. And so it's not good news. And I said, because he asked about the dad, and the woman said she didn't really know about the dad. And so Willow's just like, "Oh gosh." And so then we see Carly goes and she said, "Miss McKenzie," she said, "I told you last night on the phone, it's Denise." I said, "I knew it. I knew it." And she said, "How did the meeting go?" And she said, "I did everything you told me to do." I said, "I knew it. I knew it. I knew this girl was all up in it. Yo, don't come at me. Do not at me. Not damn other time about Nina and talk about Nina being nosy when Carly is just as bad as Nina. She is just as bad. She is always in somebody's business. Now, this didn't have anything to do with her. And the fact that she is always talking about somebody hiding things and secrets and all this, and you keeping the biggest secret of them all, which is concerning Willow's health. Now, you don't know Willow's sick, but it doesn't matter because this is not your business and this is not your secret to hold, ma'am. Let's move on because she got on my nerves on this episode. Now, I love me some Esme. So Esme is there with Nicholas, and he told her, she said, "What do you want?" Something along those lines. He said, is that the way you expect of someone who's getting your dreams, who's granting your wish?" And she was like, "Oh, you better let me go out and you cut a Christmas tree." Nicholas came in there with that baby tree. I said, "Now, Nicholas. Now, Nicholas, you're wrong. You know you're wrong for that." And she said, "What is this?" And he said, "That's the Christmas tree you want." And she said, "You know that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go out. The girl want to be outside and stuff." And he said, "You didn't actually think I was gonna let you out." He said, "All I need you to do is be the vessel." I said, "A vessel?" He said, "Yes, a vessel to push forth this cassadine, and then you can be along your way, along your merry way." Oh, anyways, he said, "You gonna be along your way." I said, "But baby, what's gonna happen to the baby?" But anyways, child, he leaves Esme, and I said, "Now, Nicholas, you wrong for that." So then we see Trina, she over here conflicted because she don't know which man she wants. And so then, you know what? I wanted Trina with Rory until I saw her with Spencer. I said, "Oh, y'all got chemistry." And then so Ava done came over, right? And so Ava talking to Trina, and she telling her, Trina says, "I should choose the right guy, right? I should choose Rory. He's a good man. There, like, he's a good guy. There's nothing wrong with Rory. Even though y'all up in the comments talking about I don't trust him. So on the bottom, I don't trust. He showed me nothing that we can't trust until he shows me something. Okay. And if he get upset about Trina and he turns to the dark side, he got played. But anyways, she's telling Ava says, "Yeah, but the heart wants what the heart wants, girl." And so then they start talking about Spencer and how Trina really does has feelings for him, and now he's back and everything, and then she started talking to Ava, and Ava telling Trina, "Ooh, our girl, I'm in the same predicament. A part of me is like leave Nicholas alone, but her heart wants Nicholas." So she was like, "So I gotta make up my mind on what I really want to do with myself." I said, "Y'all sure do." And then anyways, Ava ends up leaving. Oh, and she tells her that she spoke to Ryan, and Esme probably ain't the hook killer. It's like, "Oh, okay." So then we talked to Trina is sitting around thinking, right? And she was like, "Oh, what do I text him? What do I text him?" And then she just texted him, "Welcome home," right? So then Spencer, he drinking some sherry because that's all they got. Because Uncle Victor, he tells and Nicholas said, "Do I have to worry about your underage drinking?" I said, "They sure are not 21." Y'all be having the best storylines. I be forgetting y'all teens, but I say it all the time is the teens have the best storylines. But anyways, so then he said, I am do I have to worry about your underage drinking? He said, well, and when did you start liking Sherry? He said, well, all of the what is it, the whiskey and all that kind of stuff is gone. He said, I can't keep it with Victor being here. I said, y'all do be drinking a lot. Y'all drink like some housewives. But anyways, they get to talking and whatever. I said, did Nicholas move that pill bottle that with the birth the not birth control child? The prenatal vitamins. Did he move that pill? But anyways, so they're sitting there and they're talking or whatever, right? And they have a nice little conversation because he starts telling him that I love you, and he said, well, you about the only person. He said, no, it's a lot of people who love you. And then he says, what's going on with you? And he said, and then he starts telling him about Trina and how she's in love with the cop, and he was there and he saw the whole thing and it's all romantic and he need to let her go. And Nicholas said, do you remember this story I taught you? I mean, I used to read with you. It was your favorite story, how the mother bird never gave up hope and all that. He said, so you can't give up hope. And around this time, because I'm not going to hold you long, around this time, Trina, hey, bring me that remote back, ma'am. Around this time, Trina, he gets that text message from Trina. He's like, baby, that welcome home changed this whole day. I said, all right now. Ooh, but anyways, child. Then we move on to Esme. And so when we move on to Esme, we see that, she'll decorate. I said, you got this girl decorating this tree with toilet paper and cotton balls. And she made it look cute. Nicholas, you ain't right for this. I can't stand him. Baby, that tree was cute with the cotton balls and toilet paper. Anyways, child, this girl done started decorating the tree, and she was like, because she had said, what would granddad do? And then all of a sudden, what's his name? Is it Dimitri or Dominique? Anyways, Dimitri comes in. I want to say Dimitri. It starts D. I'm gonna call him D because I know it started with a D. D comes in and she was like, What are you doing?" And he had her some ornaments and they were real cute. I said, "Uh-oh, he getting too close to Esme." And he said, "You made it look good with what you had." I said, "She did, D." And so then D gave her some lights too for her to, have a little nicer tree or whatever. I said, ooh, Nicholas, you better get down here with your bodyguard because he about to slip and have a relationship with this girl. How's this gonna work? How old is he supposed to be? How old are these people with these young teen girls? Somebody tell me. But anyways, child, let's move on because Esme said, "Oh, I found my way out of here." Thanks, Dad. I like the her baby's name Ace. That's a cute name to me. Baby, this is my favorite couple. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. So now Hazel is talking to Richie, and they're talking about how, he said you had that baby and didn't tell me about the baby. I said, okay, well, this makes sense because y'all had it with Felicia. But anyways, he said you had that baby and didn't tell me about the baby. She said, because we weren't good parents to raise that baby. I said, well, Heather be having some common sense sometimes when it comes down to it. She said, now, we shouldn't have been raising no baby. It was like we could have tried, and she said, boy, she said, people think I'm crazy. I don't want, she didn't want that on Esme. She didn't want that, her being judged by her parents. And I said, well, okay then. And so she says, um, where is she? Like, what he said, don't tell me you don't know her, who it is. You haven't been keeping tabs. So she knew her child was Esme. And she said, yeah, I knew she was here. And she was like, tell me what she's like. And he said, isn't it funny you try to keep her from me and now you're having to ask me? And she said, is this your way of punishing me? And he said, no, I'm not trying to punish you. He says, but I haven't heard from her. And she said, what you mean? And it was like she was visiting me and now she's not, and nothing would keep her away unless something happened to her. And the last place she was going, it was to the Cassidons. And baby, she said, if they have done anything to my girl, to my Esme, they're gonna have to deal with me. And he said, no, they're gonna have to deal with us. And she said, what can you do, right? Heather be tickling me. She said, what can you do, right? You're in that wheelchair. What you gonna man? How you gonna help? Baby, Ron came up out that wheelchair and she said, I knew it, I knew it. And then they started touching. I said, what y'all about to do? And she said, we don't have time for this right now. We got to get, form a plan in. And because if anybody hurt her, they're going to have to deal with us. I said, whoo, Esme didn't have a chance. She did not have a chance of being a normal little girl. I said, but I'm not gonna lie, this might be my second favorite couple because Nicholas and Ava are my favorite. This might be my second favorite couple because I likes the craziness. I'm just here for it. I want to see what they're gonna do on wreaking havoc on these people who have they feel done Esme wrong because in their mind she didn't do nothing wrong. She ain't do nothing wrong, but we'll see y'all. And that was General Hospital today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow for an all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps General Hospital edition. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.